Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, back with another crypto video. If this video can get 399 likes in 24 hours, we're giving away $200 worth of XRP, and all you have to do to enter this giveaway is press the like button on this video, comment something down below, and make sure you have the notification bell on. Now, for all the people that have watched my little intro just here a couple of times already, you must have noticed as well that one of our last videos finally hit more than 299 likes within 24 hours, so we have to give away $200 worth of XRP. Now, I noticed that there are a lot of spam accounts in this chat, so I decided to add one layer of verification. All you have to do to enter it, if you've already done everything required in this video, is go to the Discord and quickly type enter. That is just to make sure that you guys are all real people and no people can enter twice. Just quickly go to the Discord and enter. But don't forget, guys, for the video you're watching right now, there is another giveaway and you just have to press the like button, comment something down below, and have the notification bell on. It is that simple, and there's $200 on the line every single day. Also, if you've done all of that and you would like some more helpful and cool things, make sure you head over to my second channel called Dusty Finance. Subscribe to it just quickly because there's a lot of cool videos on this channel without advertisements. Now, let's discuss what all of you guys came here for. Ripple pushing to launch XRP in trillion-dollar derivatives market. Unveils new spring investment. Ripple says its recent investment in Vega protocol is designed to help spur adoption of XRP in the world of derivatives. Vega protocol recently raised $5 million from a number of investment firms, including Ripple's Spring, in order to help build and roll out its decentralized derivative platform. In the new blog post, Ripple's Director of Strategic Growth for Spring, Vanessa Pestrito, says the San Francisco startup is focused on boosting adoption of decentralized finance, also known as DeFi. So this DeFi we've discussed a couple of times already. The partnership slash kind of buying into Vega protocol we've also discussed, but really the possibilities that are sort of endless or that are in the trillions of dollars here, we did not discuss. So I definitely think it is important to step back a little bit and discover slash go over what utility is in this partnership and why this is not just your everyday partnership from Ripple, not just your everyday investment, but no, really making a dent in our traditional financial systems and really taking a shot at trillions of daily dollars. Quote, exploring this developing industry requires building, partnering with and investing in great teams that are aligned with the future of finance. As we build out our own engineering team, Spring will continue to engage with DeFi teams and communities to support the future of DeFi, including the derivatives industry, a trillion-dollar market. According to Pestrito, Ripple is aiming for its investment in Vega protocol to lead to the launch of XRP onto the platform. So again, as we know, Spring is the investment arm of Ripple, and they are investing into various sorts of companies for the spread slash adoption of XRP. In this case here, Spring invested in Vega protocol that's working on decentralized finance here that are making a dent into the derivatives industry, which is a trillion-dollar market. And according to Pestrito, Ripple is aiming for its investment in Vega protocol to lead to the launch of XRP onto its platform. So like some people will probably say, XRP towards freaking trillion-dollar derivatives market. Here you can see many people talk about this right now. I see many analysts, many XRP community members all discussing it right now because this is definitely the stuff. Continuing on, this premise for collateralizing assets to work in an interoperable environment was most appealing as we explore new use cases for XRP and the future of decentralized finance. Vega's vision to create an open and decentralized network will enable the freedom to trade and make capital markets broadly available. Vega will continue to build their network and explore opportunities to add other assets as collateral, including XRP. Vega Protocol says it's testing the final versions of its trading system designed to give people a fully automated and decentralized way to trade derivatives. I mean, this on its own sounds ridiculously crazy. Like, how could they do that? But yes, they're working on that. And the Gibraltar-based company says its plans to release a public testnet soon, but has not revealed a target launch date for the official product yet. So again, guys, this is trillions of dollars that we're talking about here. Making a dent into this system is definitely not easy, but that's still what they're doing. That's still what they're trying to do. That's still what they're going to achieve. It's just a matter of time. Now, as we've seen, Ripple is planning and doing everything they can to make sure that the spread of XRP is coming along smooth as can be. And as we all know, Ripple gave a lot of XRP / money to Spring, their investment arm, to do exactly that. And this is just, again, one of their insane investments that is not only good for Ripple, not only good for Spring, but for all of us, because that means more utility for XRP, more volume possibly in the future for XRP, and in turn, all that utility, as we saw Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO at Ripple, say, more utility will most likely / hopefully in this time and age mean a higher price, or eventually in the future will most likely mean a higher price, because that is how currencies should be valued, according to BG, our GOAT, Brad Garlinghouse. Now, the first time I saw this article, or at least when I saw the title of Ripple pushing to launch XRP in $1 trillion derivatives market, I was kind of confused. I was like, through what? Like, what could they exactly be doing? And the first tweet I saw it from actually did not help out at all. This is MBK Crypto, and he says, Ripple pushing to launch XRP in $1 trillion derivatives market unveils new Spring investment, right? I was pretty excited about that. I was like, wow, that's cool. But then I noticed what he had added. He had added a completely different article of Daily Hodl talking about billionaire venture capitalist Tim Draper, and I actually read that article just now in one of my previous recordings. I'm not going to publish that because I messed up a couple of times, but that's again why I've already read it. And then I noticed, the article that he linked here had nothing to do with the story whatsoever. It's just a mistake, I'm guessing. This article says, a billionaire venture capitalist says Bitcoin will target and transform government, reaching beyond banking and finance. And at first I thought, all right, you know what? He might have related XRP to Bitcoin here because he's talking about transforming government and reaching beyond banking and finance, right? That kind of sounds like a goal of XRP. But no, that is not really what it is about. It is mostly what he's saying that Bitcoin is really going to make a dent in the traditional financial system, and there's nobody who's going to be stopping it / there's no reason to kind of be against it. He says, Bitcoin made it clear to us all that we can all share the same global economy with the same basic values using a unifying global currency, and those that resist it just have no good reason to resist it. They're just kind of making excuses. He also says, I believe that governments, like any business that is challenged by a new environment, must adapt to the new marketplace, and this is the marketplace of accountable, transparent, and competitive governance. Again, the point is definitely quite clear, and I do think he has a point, but in the easiest term here, this has nothing to do with XRP. Could we relate XRP to it? Yes, we definitely can, because anywhere we can put BTC, you can also put XRP, right? So for anything that Bitcoin can do, XRP can do it as well, except for being a great store of value. I still think that's more of a Bitcoin / gold type of role than for XRP, because I mean, XRP is just ridiculously fast, ridiculously easy to use in everyday things, and I mean, $1 is not the greatest store of value either in the sense of it being backed by something. Like, I mean, it's all kind of in your head, really being backed. I guess gold is the easiest thing, but Bitcoin is just because it can never really go away. It's all on the chain, right? NBK Crypto also put another article here that was actually correct. I guess the title and the article were in sense, which is really, again, another reason why I thought that this one was most likely messed up. XRP looks to double its value in anticipation of 2019 Swell conference. We've discussed most about this already, though. In my personal vision here, the upcoming Swell conference in November here is really going to make a big change for XRP and for all of us in the community. Again, why is that, you might ask? Because, first of all, as also discovered and discussed in this video, the trade of the year could be starting relatively soon here. I mean, every single year, or at least the last 2 years here, we've seen some major gains come just before the Swell event, and really just after the Swell event, we saw the prices drop again. There's no good reason not to believe that this year the same isn't going to happen, and thus, we could definitely see a doubling in price in the next coming weeks or so. That's definitely one of the reasons, but also because Ripple often has a very great keynote speaker at the time, which they will be announcing relatively soon, I'm assuming. For example, last year was Bill Clinton. That keynote speaker will attract a lot of attention to the conference, but also next to all of that, every time at Swell, they announce something great. Last year, we saw the launch of XRP being announced, and hopefully this year they're going to be kind of showcasing us how all the XRP partners / RippleNet users have been liking it, what's going to be happening in the future, like what's been happening over the year, how their results have been over what they've compared, and everything regarding those things. So again, it's just kind of a keep up, kind of their year report, but then kind of summarized in a nice, cool little event. And I'm going to be trying to live stream it as much as I can. Hopefully some of the people attending Swell will contact me up front. Would be really, really cool if we could cooperate in some sense or way. Or otherwise, I'm just going to be looking for live streams online to be posting you guys with everything that's happening over there, because that is stuff we cannot miss. Added to that though, as I said before with the quote of Brad Garlinghouse, he said utility will hopefully determine the price of digital assets in the future. Why I often refer to XRP's utility is because we can really see it in the most simple sense. For example here, XRP to Mexican peso liquidity rises on Bitso, leaves Bitcoin and Mexican peso behind. What do we know about XRP to Mexican peso? Well, we know, of course, that Bitso is a XRP partner. What do we also know? XRP to Mexican peso has to be used in order for XRP to work, right? Because, for example, we're transferring, let's say, US dollars to Mexican pesos, right? What we do is we grab that US dollar, we change it to XRP, we grab that XRP, we change it to Mexican pesos, and thus, for a high volume in the Mexican pesos, means there's a lot of volume flowing through XRP. And we can always compare that then with BTC. In this case here, what we see on Bitso is that XRP to Mexican peso is the #1 on there with a ridiculous $1 million volume in the last 24 hours. $1 million might not seem like that much to you guys, but for Bitso, that's a very great amount of money. And also, this is just the teeny weeny little bit start of everything. Here you can see the liquidity index here over the last couple of months. You can see just what it was for XRP and what it is right now. You can see definite changes, and it's just a exponential. This is going to be insane, right? Okay, having said that though, what is the hugest thing about this all, and why am I making so much of an emphasis on it? I think personally, the hugest thing about this is that it showcases you how close we are to really taking over a lot of these markets and a lot of the cryptocurrency volume / market with XRP due to Ripple. And that is where people sometimes question, like, Ripple owns so much XRP, is that good, is that bad, yada yada yada. But all the volume / everything that you're seeing right here is 100% due to Ripple pushing it and doing stuff. Had it not been for Ripple, it would just be a coin just here under Litecoin most likely, because nobody will be trading it on Bitso. What would the use be? And the more partners that Ripple kind of matches up, or the more corridors that Ripple opens up for XRP through XRapid, the more we're going to be seeing XRP on top everywhere, the more we're going to see XRP being traded on exchanges here, out there, here, there, everywhere, and the more utility it's going to get, and in the end, also, the higher the price is going to be. That is just a theory though, guys. It is not confirmed by any means, and there are a couple of ways around it. For example, a higher volume does not mean necessarily a higher price, and more volume is not necessarily more utility. That is also a matter of perspective. So in the end, we can always think of a couple of reasons why it's not going to be following the plan, but I think it is quite an interesting theory to hold on to and to think about. Whilst reading this article here, I noticed another article on the side. It is called XRP's Rising Price May Fall Soon with Breach of Ascending Triangle. Alright, this is on the 1 hour chart. Here's the 4 hour chart, and they are just concluding here. According to the 1 hour chart and the 4 hour chart, XRP might experience a fall in its price with a breach of Ascending Triangle. Well guys, I think today we talked about some real developments. If you want to know about the XRP price and what I think about that, make sure you tune in to another video on my channel in a couple of hours, because right now I'm going to start analyzing the price. In a couple of hours, I'll make a video about what I think, what I can find online, and what most of the other people are thinking. So make sure you press the subscribe button on this channel, make sure you press the like button if you enjoyed this video, and also don't forget to quickly enter these 2 giveaways for a total of $400. Just go back to the beginning of the video, what I said, because you can enter them both still. It's really amazing. Make sure you do that. I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Don't forget to follow my second channel called Dusty Finance. Take care, everybody. This was not financial advice.